Welcome back to the part 4 of Chapter 4, Working of Institutions. In this video, we'll take a look about the Prime Minister, the Council of Ministers, and the powers of the Prime Minister. Now let's see about the Prime Minister. The President appoints the leader of the majority party or the coalition of parties that commands a majority in the Lok Sabha as the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister does not have a fixed tenure. He continues in power so long as he remains the leader of the majority party or the coalition. After the appointment of the Prime Minister, the President appoints other ministers on the advice of the Prime Minister, which are usually from the majority party or the coalition party that has the majority in the Lok Sabha. The Prime Minister is free to choose the ministers as long as they are the members of the parliament. He can also choose a person who is not a member of the parliament, but such a person has to get elected to one of the houses of the parliament within 6 months of the appointment. Now, let's take a look about the Council of Ministers. The Council of Ministers is the official name for the body that includes all the ministers. It usually has 60 to 80 ministers of different ranks. Now, let's see about the ministers. Number 1, Cabinet Ministers. Cabinet Ministers are usually top-level leaders of the ruling party or the parties who are in charge of the major ministries. The Cabinet is the inner ring of the Council of Ministers and comprises about 25 ministers. 2. Ministers of State with Independent Charge. The Ministers of State with Independent Charge are usually in charge of smaller ministries. They participate in the cabinet meetings only when they are specially invited. Number 3. The Ministers of State. Ministers of State are the junior ministers who are assigned to assist the cabinet ministers and the Ministers of State with an independent charge. Did you know the parliamentary democracy in most countries is often known as the cabinet form of democracy because most of the decisions are taken in the cabinet meetings. Every ministry has the secretaries who are civil servants. The secretaries provide the necessary background information to the ministers to take the decisions. The cabinet as a team is assisted by the cabinet secretariat. Last but not the least, now let's take a look about the powers of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister chairs the cabinet meetings. He is the head of the government. He coordinates the work of the different departments. His decisions are final in case disagreements arise between the departments. He exercises general supervision of different ministries. All the ministers work under his leadership. The Prime Minister distributes or redistributes work to the ministers. He has the power to dismiss minister. When the Prime Minister quits, the entire ministry quits.